All right, hey everybody, got the whole team here, and first of all, I just want to say great presentation last week because of all of the work everyone did. It was, um, yeah, it was really nice to present everyone's work, and it was like it was a whole team effort. So, yeah, it went great, and people were really happy to see the work that we've been working on.
That's great.
So. Now our main focus right now is in basically organizing the code base so new contributors can work on things. We have like a few issues now that new contributors can work on, but not too many, and it's going to be limited until we finish refactoring. I think that the backend is about 80% refactored, where the front end, I don't know really the status of. So that would be more for Akhilesh to talk about. For the backend, we're mainly just Victor and I are just talking about the monorepo setup, which is really only the code itself is quite organized, but it's just a matter of um, dividing it up into packages so that the front end and back end have a set of shared code that doesn't conflict with anything. That's what the monorepo will do. So yeah, Akhilesh, what's your plan for the refactoring of the front end?
Yeah, I've already started with the front-end refactor with the editor refactoring because we had like 2,500 lines of code in that file, that only file. So I have basically refactored a bunch of components and refactored them into the hooks that we were using, and then I'm importing everything from those hooks folder into the editor
Right.
index file. But there are a lot of things still because the component that I created uh, do take a lot of props, and those are really
Mhm.
confusing for
Yeah.
anybody else to see. So
Oh yeah.
I'm currently working on that right now. It was just a first refactor the commit of many. So I'm gonna be working on refactoring the component that I have right now further into more structured components. And also there are a lot of things in the hooks as well that we can probably get rid of. So I'm gonna be working on that. So mainly my focus is on the editor refactor right now, and while doing that, not breaking anything else. And then also um, we have a lot of files that has the name that has just the index.ts name, and then basically we have the folder and then we have the index.tsx. So it's like very confusing for someone else to figure out which index.tsx file is for which thing. So I'm going to be working on that as well, basically refactoring the folder structure as well
Wait,
while
how do you
I'm
fix? Isn't shouldn't every folder have an index.tsx?
yeah, but there are a lot of standalone folders as well that
Okay.
only has index.tsx. So
Oh yeah. Okay.
that's why.
Okay. Yeah, that
Um,
may not be necessary.
exactly. So the hooks that you see here are all the hooks. So this was the first pass over the index.tsx, and these were the hooks that I could basically categorize into different things. But I think basically we have three hooks for editor itself, so I can probably move further down from
Okay.
there as well. So I'm going to be working on mainly that. Um,
Okay.
and then I think for the EI chat, I'll need Victor's help for the EI chat because um because I'm using that component in the editor component, but the AI chat itself has a lot of hooks that it's using. But I think so. What I want to say is the AI chat is currently working,
Mhm.
but on fumes because there are a lot of bugs that we
Yeah.
have to resolve in
Yeah.
that. So the first one is the main bug is with file editor state management. when we change the files, and then when we basically change the tabs, and when we apply the diffs to the editor. And I don't think and Burhan actually worked on a lot of new features with the AI chat, but there are a lot of things that is basically so cluttered into um, so cluttered at this point that I think we should just start all over again with the granular diffs, with not using, with basically applying algorithmic approach to the apply feature, which we have talked about in the presentation as well with James, that basically smartly deciding what method to use to actually apply the code snippet, and basic and a lot of other things with the AI chat as well. Like the AI chat currently gives the whole file into the code snippet, but we would not, of course, we will not want that. And also, actually, basically, there are a lot of things that are important for the user experience as well. So, um,
Okay, so the first thing is to get this one
exactly.
merged.
Yeah.
Um, the I was about to merge it, then I remembered that
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah.
my changes to the editor from changing the backend, those have conflicted. Um,
Yeah.
so is it possible that as soon as we get this merged, that this could be something that multiple people are working on different parts? Not that multiple people are working on the refactoring, but we have like some open issues on the front end as well. Um, so, for example, I'm just trying to see how more people can work on the front end
Yeah.
than just one at the same time.
So Victor actually has a lot of good ideas
Yeah, yeah,
with the editor component.
yeah.
And I don't know if I know what the stand is, but I might need to learn that with you, Victor.
It's fine. It's fine.
So,
Oh, sorry, just to chip something in concerning the editor. And this that we still have a lot of API routes for the AI, for instance. I was thinking maybe we could move them also into the back end that we already have in the front
Yeah.
end. That would make it a bit more cleaner than having them in multiple places.
sorry, say that again.
Like the API routes that we have for the AI and some of the other parts, let me check.
Yeah,
Once you have for upgrading the tier, we have different API routes. I think it's better if we just move all of them into the backend that we have in the front end, like the Ono backend that we created.
We
the
have
which sorry, which API routes do you want to move them? And can you?
Did I share my screen?
Unfortunately, we have to be clear when we talk about backend because we have a Next.js app and then we have an Express app. And Next.js technically is full stack. So can you just clarify what it is that you mean?
All right. So I was talking about this route over here. This, for instance, this is the AI route. I don't know if you can see my screen. I'm sharing it.
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah. So this, for instance,
Yeah, we have two API routes, which is API slash AI and then API slash merge.
yes,
And
that's
then,
like.
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I was thinking if we could just move them straight into the server that we have over here, the backend that we have.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Um,
Yeah, I think,
yeah, you want to move them from the Next.js API to the Hono API.
Yeah, exactly.
They're both technically backend. That's why I was confused. In a
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but I understand what you're saying. Yeah, got it.
Yeah, yeah, I think it would be more streamlined if we do that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Like all this stuff, I agree with tidying, and fortunately, that won't create many conflicts.
No.
Um, on the back end, we're at a point where it doesn't need that much work that it would be creating many conflicts. But we're looking at potentially, so I think that would be totally fine. But we are seeing possibility for a lot of conflicts on the front end.
Yeah.
So basically, my main priority is like if Akhilesh can merge his stuff like iteratively in stages, then we can have people working on some other things at the same time. But yeah, Akhilesh will have to have the full overview of that because I haven't looked at that yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking, so this, yeah, so I'm thinking of, yeah, yeah, I'm thinking making a lot of changes in the PR that I have right now also, and also, um, what changes were edited that you did that is conflicting with the open PR actually? Which feature did you add?
Oh, you can essentially. I mean, I'm looking at it right now. Um, yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's the PR that I did that moved from the Express to the Hono
Oh,
API.
hold on. Okay, 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 okay.
So that's where I think all of the conflicts are coming from. So that was done like a week ago, and that's why I'm saying like more than a week ago, and that's why I'm saying like we got to fix that as soon as possible. Otherwise, the branches are just diverging.
Yeah, okay. So I'll test all of the changes that I did one more time, I mean a lot of times, and then solve the merge conflicts, and then merge it
Yeah.
as soon as I can, and then let's meet sometime tomorrow
Okay.
and discuss how we can actually take on tasks to refactor the front end.
All
Yeah,
right. All right.
that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
So, Burhan has a friend who I've been working with too. His name is Abdul,
Hmm.
and he obviously he cannot do a new person is not going to be refactoring things, but he can be making if like for example if there's a change to the front end which is isolated to a particular component, a particular file. He's really he's really comfortable with Next.js and React. So we can even have more people um, working on that. And actually, let me just show you because that sounds like um, it would be difficult, like adding even more people to what's complicated. But let me just show you the kind of things that I have here on the issues.
Hmm.
Um, let's see, fix the layout. Sometimes it's about there's a there it is. Okay,
Okay, there it
so
is.
there's like a button right on top of the place where you need to drag. Uh, so these are some of the kind of things that I was thinking of starting off a new person with tasks. Show loading indicator when a file is opening. Right now, there's like a half a second pause or a
Yeah,
1 second pause
yeah,
when you click on a new file. That one, something. So this one is the one that Burhan was working on. That's too difficult right now. Um,
yeah, yeah.
this one is done now, right, Victor? Oh, or is it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I thought so.
Okay.
So Marcus completed. Nice job. Uh, oh, this one. Um,
Yeah, I'm working on that, but I wanted to merge
yeah,
um,
first.
the PR from Academy
Yeah,
first before.
this one we'll
Okay.
come back to. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, and then this one is relatively simple, but not the simplest. Oh, this one is also like a simple tasks. It's more about just fixing some UI
Yeah.
differences
Hmm.
between the left and right. Um, so there's a couple of things that like the refresh button as well. These are a couple of things that a third person could
Yeah.
work on. So I'd like to give those to someone, but yeah, once you guys are maybe tomorrow after tomorrow, once you guys are ready with the
Yeah.
code.
I was actually looking at the fix refresh button bug because I
Yeah.
thought that it was really simple, but I was not really sure because the code seemed to be working okay. I mean, there was no visible bug in the code, but I was just wondering how. So basically, the logic there is when the URL changes, the preview refreshes automatically, and then the refresh button does the same thing, but for some reason it was not working. So I don't know what the backend part of that thing is,
Okay.
but yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't know right now. I would say don't you worry about the small things like that. Um, I'm mostly consider worried about getting the framework set up so that I bet
yeah,
Abdul could fix it actually. Uh,
yeah. So
yeah,
um, let's yeah. So let's meet tomorrow, Victor, and then we'll decide what tasks that we need to do first, and then prioritize and make a list of everything that we have to do.
yeah,
All right.
cool. Yeah, and then mark some of the things like the ones I suggested, like yeah, like the loading indicator and this kind of stuff as things that can maybe be done by newer contributors.
Yeah, yeah,
And then there's obviously stuff that only you two can do, which is going to be the basically breaking the large stuff, fixing. Victor had the idea about fixing the prop drilling, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So that would be stuff that I think only you two could fix. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
Uh,
we
I
might as well.
just
I
ship,
mean, what?
so I just wanted to ship in something about I think the database. So I just worked on a PR where the the profile page wasn't available for the public. So for instance, you can't take the user's profile and open it in incognito tab because you're not logged in. You're not going to be able to get the data. So I worked on a page. It works now. I've created a PR for it, but I noticed that the QR code, sorry, the GitHub token was also sent to the front end, like through the API call. So I was thinking maybe it would be better if you had like a separate table to store the GitHub token rather than store it on the user object.
Oh, let me pull this up. Okay. So here, so this is the PR, right?
Yeah,
Enable profile visibility for a new route modifying the profile page logic. Um, okay, and you haven't created the new table here, have you?
no, I haven't.
Okay.
I was like, let you guys think through what my idea. Let's see how it works. But the main issue is that the GitHub token is stored in the user table. So basically, anytime you call the database for the user, you get a GitHub token also. And I
Mm,
think it's something that should be very secure. Shouldn't be available for everybody to see.
yeah, makes sense.
Ah, so basically, any user can see. That's true. So something to keep in mind is like, yeah, we want certain columns in that table to be private,
Yeah,
or you could put it in a separate table. Is what you're saying. So have
yeah.
like a public for the public fields and for the private fields.
hmm So
Yeah,
things like generations, number of generations user has made shouldn't be available for everybody to see.
yeah, probably tier probably
Yeah,
shouldn't.
cheer as well. Yeah,
And we would like to later on, not today or not this month, but we would like to later on have our own authentication as well, because everything is open source except for Clerk.
yeah,
Right.
So
yeah,
so it just seems kind of silly to have that still.
yeah. That is true.
Um, so yeah, I agree with that. You could do it as two separate tables. Yeah, you could that would be a good way to do it. Cool. Um, Burhan, do you have anything to add to this? Oh, hello. Are you okay, Burhan?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Blink twice if you're being held hostage.
Well, I was supposed to work on a couple of bugs that you assigned to me, but I'm not sure if you're gonna assign them to Abdul. But there's one that was the refresh button one,
Yeah.
and the other one was like allowing to create projects with spaces in the name. So
Oh yeah, that's like another good one. Yeah.
yeah, this one shouldn't
Yeah, and
take too long.
I think while you're doing the species one, we should also have um, I was just getting at we're currently allowing people to create the project with the same name as well. So there would be
Mm,
multiple projects with the same name.
mm,
So I think we should also fix that, or
okay.
not fix that, but basically not allow users to do that.
Is
Hmm.
it bad though to have multiple projects with the same name?
It's not bad. It's not bad though. I don't think it's bad, but I think yeah. I mean it's subjective.
Yeah. Um, I think what we want to go towards eventually is that each project has like, how do you put it? It has like a name. The project essentially has like a name, like a short name
Hmm.
that goes in the URL.
Yeah.
Because if we want to add something like forking,
Yeah,
uh,
exactly.
or public project, then that would become like a unique URL. As it is right now, the title is just a label. It's not
Yeah.
really, and that's why not allowing spaces is so weird, because like it's not actually part of any URL. So you should be able to put spaces in it, like Google Docs. So I'm
Yeah.
seeing that as like a Google Docs kind of title, not like a GitHub repo kind of title,
Hmm.
right now.
More like a label.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. And Burhan, if there's a lack of stuff to do on the front end temporarily because of the reorganization that's happening, um, there's also stuff to do for the back end. Like I can give more stuff to do. There will be, like, for example, with the templates, we can come up with a better way to handle those. We can fix the PHP templates. We can fix the Python template, which is a big, not fix. It's not totally broken, but you can't, like, pip install doesn't do what's expected to do. So this would be like a huge thing as well on the back end, that you can um, make Streamlit apps and pip install. That'd be really cool.
Okay. Yeah, that's something we could look at for sure.
Yeah, yeah, that's something I'm really keen on, and it wouldn't be a lot of work. Um, so that would be sweet. Yeah, we could do like poetry instead of pip. Yeah, or something. Anyways, yeah, that's great. UV.
Yeah.
Yeah, UV. Yeah, we could use UV. Sure. Victor's always a step ahead of everyone.
Yeah.
um, that sounds good. Yeah, we can use UV. That's what the coolest, that's what the trendiest Gen Z programmers are using. Cool. All right. Well, that's all for now. Um, Oculation, Victor, you can feel free to. I'll end this, but you can feel free to even, if you can feel free to even start talking about that stuff now if you have the time.